Now, Vice President Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman is expected in Kete Krachi today to commiserate with families of victims of last weekend's tragic boat accident on the Volta Lake. The accident claimed 16 lives, including 11 children. Oti Regional Minister John Kwejo-Japon has hinted that authorities are considering a new regulation that will make it illegal for anyone to live on the lake's 120 islands without owning a life jacket.
What we're going to do is that anybody who wants to stay on the island should make it a point to have life jackets on their island, so that whenever they are going to travel, they should put their life jackets on. And that one, we are going to enforce it. If you come around and you don't have life jackets, and we know that you are from the island or whatever, and you come to where the enforcing agents are, who have to take you on, so that at least we have to start enforcing the rules regularly. It is very, very important, because otherwise this would not stop. Because, like I said, there are a lot of islands on the Volta Lake, where some of them even stay and never come to town the whole year. They stay there and do their livelihood. They fish, they farm, they do everything there, send people to come and sell their produce for them. And so it is difficult to enforce any laws, in people who are not around, which you may not be seeing anytime.
Meanwhile, Parliament's Transport Committee is considering inviting the Oti Regional Minister and officials of the Ghana Maritime Authority to explain why enforcement of safety regulations remain weak despite repeated tragedies. Vice President, Road and Transport Committee of Parliament, Andrew Chiwete Dari, says Parliament is ready to support the Minister and the Maritime Authority to deal with the issue.
I'm the Vice Chair, not the Chairman of the committee. I Vice Chair the committee. But you see, these are disasters. They are things that sometimes it's very difficult to control. That is why we encourage people to protect themselves. And so, you see, they have indicated clearly that some of the areas, even with the life jackets provided, but people are not willing to use the life jackets. So what is important is for us to ensure that before a boat moves, all the passengers must wear life jackets. That will be the first step. Places that they do not have life jackets, the NADMO director will have to take some assessment. He should do a very comprehensive assessment for us to know areas that we need to supply the life jackets immediately, so that we work on that as the immediate solution to that. Then when they are provided, the enforcement must be applied. Like I said,
and how would you propose that we enforce the safety regulations?
That is why we have district assemblies.
Okay.
We have assembly members. We have unit committee members. All these people must be called and be educated. We have to create awareness in the first place. Let people see the importance of wearing the life jackets. Otherwise, people think that I can swim, and so I don't even need it. But let them know that even if you can swim, you still have to wear the life jacket. If you don't wear it, you can get to the middle of the lake, and it's difficult for you to swim ashore. And so we have to let them see the importance of wearing the life jacket. Then we have to ensure that we make the life jackets available at every point, every crossing point. We must have life jackets available. And then we enforce. Then the Maritime Authority, if, like I said, if they are handicapped and they need some legal backup, that is why we are there. We are available to assist in that area. But for me, I don't think we should continue to be blaming. Look, we blame the politician. The politician can provide, but whether the person that is supposed to use it.
Well, let's head to Kete Krachi, get updates with Obrimpomba Owusu. He's with our sister station, Adom News. Obrimpomba, so how far or how are families dealing with the loss, especially 7 people coming from one family? How are they dealing with the loss of their loved ones? Obrimpomba, if you can hear me, I'm asking how families whose relatives have died in this tragic accident are dealing with the loss. Unfortunately, we just lost Obrin Pomba on the line. We'll still try and establish contact with him and get updates from, Kete Krachi. We also understand that the Vice President is there and will be commiserating with the families of the deceased. Kwame, if you can hear me, what's the current situation where you are?
Well, as we all know, the tragedy that occurred on Saturday evening, where about 22 persons were traveling on the water lake to a community in Krachi West, where about 16 people counted that lost their lives on the river. As we speak, the children who were among the 16 people who lost their lives have been laid to rest, and 12 of them bodies have been deposited at Kete Krachi Morgue and Rural Government Hospital. And the Navy and the NADMO have also been intensifying their campaign to also create awareness on the river as how people need to travel with their life jackets and also some other safety protocols that they need to observe when traveling on the water lake. As we speak now, the Vice President, Her Excellency Jane Okuku-Agyeman, will be visiting the community and also share her condolences with the family. So we are waiting for arrival of the Vice President, Her Excellency Okuku-Agyeman, to arrive at Zambai by 11 p.m. Then soon we will move to Bukakope to also visit the family members or the three family members over there.
Well, Obrin Pomba, what's been the change since the incident happened? How are the community members now approaching, passage on the Volta Lake?
Traveling on the Volta Lake, as we know, is one of the major issues that is happening here. And I know the issue that the minister also raised was about life jacket, people not adhering to safety protocols on the river. So we want to see how the authorities here will also intensify their campaign for residents here to adhere to the safety protocols when traveling. The community is already in a state of mourning, as we know. They are not known for fishing activities. They are into farming. But anytime they want to travel to the other side to mourn with their family or to do any activities with their relatives who are also at the river bodies or the overbank, sometimes they do travel with this. That's where this incident happened. So I think with what happened, they will also adopt new strategy as to how and when they want to travel on the river with any safety protocol that they need to adhere to.
Right, Obrin Pomba, thank you for that update. We'll be coming to you as and when we get the latest from the Vice President, and you heard the Obrin Pomba giving us updates on the boat tragedy in Kete Krachi. Welcome.